Hi, everyone. I wanted to do a short video on essay number one. You were to have submitted your essay one pre-writing last night, Wednesday, and you will be working on your drafts in the coming week and a final draft in early February. So I wanted to pull up the assignment sheet and just talk through it a little bit more with you so you have a better understanding of what I'm looking for. So you will write 3 essays for this class, and the first one will have that professional focus to it. So I want this essay to be about some aspect either of a job you currently have or a job that you would like to have. And that might mean you think about things that are going well or not so well at your current job. You think about what it takes to be the position you want to be in the future. And that might entail you interviewing somebody who is already in the field. So let's say I'm currently working as a CNA, a certified nursing assistant, and I want to be a nurse. I'm going to Western to become a nurse. I might want to be able to interview some of my instructors in the nursing field. Maybe I am looking to work for Mayo or Gunderson and stay in this area. I could reach out and see if there's anybody at either of those institutions that I could have an interview with. Interviews don't have to be in person. They could be on the phone, via Zoom, or even via email, asking somebody for 20 minutes of their time to get their perspective on what are the main characteristics it takes to be a good nurse. What would be some advice you'd give to somebody who's just starting in the business? These can be ways for you to get a better idea of what it takes to be in that field if it's something you truly want. Other options might include looking at the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, the government website that kind of breaks down for you the average salary, credentials, requirements, working conditions, and the growth of these industries. So again, that's the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. I believe it's bls.gov. So those are some options for what you could write about. You also might write a process analysis essay. So this might be, think about if you train new people at your place of employment and you need to teach them how to do something. This could be you writing out in an essay format what it takes to do that process. So your first essay is focused primarily on either your current job or a job you want in the future. And if you're kind of straddling, I'm between 2 programs, I'm not sure what I want to do, whether I want to be a designer or I want to be a chemist, this might be a good chance for you to do a little research into either one of those fields to see if it is something that is of interest to you. And sometimes after we know, oh gosh, you've got to take all of these classes and it requires 8 years of education and then you only make, so much money, maybe that steers you in a different direction. And sometimes we haven't yet taken the time to look into some of those things. For me as an English teacher, it doesn't necessarily pay to get a PhD because there's so many English positions out there and so many English majors, and it's hard to get work. And so that kind of helps me make a decision on my future and what that looks like. So this first essay is worth 100 points. It is a 2 to 3 page essay, and so that means typed and double spaced in MLA format. In the coming weeks, I will have a video on what MLA format means. If you're not familiar, it stands for Modern Language Association formatting, and it's just what our essays end up looking like and how we cite our sources. You are required to cite at least 2 sources in this essay. So one of them could be an interview you do with somebody. Those are one of the easiest sources to cite. It can be an article that you read online. It could be a TED Talk that you watch. It could be a chapter in one of the textbooks that you're currently reading for a class. And for all of your essays, you will find a rubric that looks something like this. So I am assessing your essay based on those criteria. This week you are working on PIE paragraphs, point, illustration, explanation. It's a nice way to steer yourself toward building well-supported paragraphs in an academic essay. And this will be useful not only in this class and any other classes where you have to write essays. So first essay is focused on professional, so current job, future job. And for last night, Wednesday, you were to have simply turned in some pre-writing. And pre-writing, again, can be brainstorming or listing, mind mapping or clustering, outlining, free writing, all of those are acceptable. I just need to see some thought into what you were thinking about doing for your essay, and hopefully you're starting to narrow it down. Usually the more specific you can be, the easier it is to write, and the more you can write down in that first pre-writing and then move into a first draft, the quicker it goes. So remember, we are using writing as a process, and in that process, we start thinking about the assignment, then we start jotting some things down, then we just start doing some research, and then we start collecting all of our thoughts and research and putting it into an essay. So perhaps unlike you might have done in your history, I know I certainly did it as a college student, getting an essay, waiting till the last minute, and writing it the night before. We want to give you time to indulge in this writing process because it usually yields a better essay in the end. And it takes time to think thoughtfully about the topics that you want to write about, and use this opportunity to explore something that you've been interested or curious about or bothered by in your job. It's a great way to just use that time to enhance what you're doing or what you want to do. So that's a quick overview of Essay 1. Also wanted to mention that you will find, and let me pull it up so that I can quickly reference it, you will find in our Blackboard that there is a folder under assignments that has all the essay assignments in it, including your rubric, but it also has samples. So if you'd like to review some previously submitted student essays that received A's and B's, there are Essay 1's examples here. I think there are 7 of them. So take a look at those. That will give you an idea of how the essay is structured, how to put together your paragraphs, and potential topic ideas in case you're still struggling. If you have an idea that you want to bounce by me, send me an email, or we can set up a Zoom or Teams meeting to chat about anything that is of concern to you. Hope your week is going well. Take care.